slow, watching pizza doing bad shows, cause he's an asshole. Alex Vela, OZ, Rottweiler, Muggsy, Hellcat, Mooch, and the one and only Dixie Lee. Team Bushes is the name, and they all work towards the same fucking goal, and that is only do cost only pizza pain, cause that's all that he deserves. He's been working on our nerve for fucking years. This fucking queer's just a jerk off in a perv. Team Bushes, Team Bushes. Once tried to diddle his brother. I can't even fucking imagine what this did to his mother. He got locked up in a psych ward for his sick crimes, and decades later he got exposed by Joey Dimes. Now he's on a fucking mission to prove he's no Joe Mo, and he never stops bitching cause he's such a homo. He claims he spent years in prison, but he don't remember exactly where he did his time, cause he's a pretender. He made up this fucking lie to try to impress you, and he'll sad fish and he'll cry to try and finesse you. So Team Bushes is on a mission as pizza's opposition to destroy his fake persona and put an end to his grifting. Team Bushes, Team Bushes, yeah, Team Bushes. They're peeping through the shadows, creeping mad slow, watching pizza doing bad shows, cause he's an asshole. Alex Vela, OZ, Rottweiler, Muggsy, Hellcat, Mooch, and the one and only Dixie Lee. Team Bushes is the name, and they all work towards the same fucking goal, and that is only to cause Tony pizza pain, cause that's all that he deserves. He's been working on our nerve for fucking years. This fucking queer's just a jerk off and a perv. Team Bushes, they're here to keep an eye on you and make your life a living hell, cause you're a piece of shit and that ain't hard to fucking tell. You grift and you scheme and you bitch and you scream and you throw temper tantrums till they give you some green. You're a whiny fucking jerk and you refuse to go to work. If you don't get what you want, you lose your shit and go berserk. Go Z, bought membership for FBS's chat, and you fucking lost your mind and began to attack. Dixie Lee is a lady that you once were obsessed with, then she rejected your ass just like everyone else did. Alex Vela's channel is fucking hilarious. He clowns you in his videos and you should be embarrassed, bitch. You terrorize relentlessly in every single chat, cause nobody has more fucking sock accounts than Hellcat. Rottweiler, Luke, and Muggsy are world-class ball breakers, but Tony Pizza's a fraud and his crew are all fakers. Shadows, creeping mad slow, watching pizza doing bad shows, cause he's an asshole. Alex Vela, OZ, Rottweiler, Muggsy, Hellcat, Mooch, and the one and only Dixie Lee. Team Bushes is the name, and they all work towards the same fucking goal, and that is only to cause Tony pizza pain, cause that's all that he deserves. He's been working on our nerve for fucking years. This fucking queer's just a jerk off and a perv. Team Bushes, yeah, Team Bushes, yeah.
Yizzo, what's going on, everybody, guys? Good morning. All right, so we got a good show today. I would have had a lot more people here, except something happened that I cannot explain. At 10 a.m., I set up this show for 11 a.m. I'm positive I did. I know I did. I remember double checking the title, the time, everything. And then like 10 minutes ago, I went to find it on YouTube because I wanted to share it as a post or whatever. And I realized there is no show. So I went to StreamYard and checked. No show set up. I don't know what the fuck happened. I have no idea. So I had to set up the show with basically, not much time, to schedule ahead. So I don't know how many people we'll get, but I made a community post and stuff. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how my show didn't get scheduled for 11. I don't know. Anyway, Sally got Eller Mimo. Soto. Yizzo. What up, bro? Sven Larson, my man. Mike Ramey. Good to see you, brother. D. Gainey, a Devato Eaton Woke Joke. That's it for now. 48 people, though. All right. So today I'm going to be addressing MobTube stuff. We're not going to talk about pizza or any of that today. I want to talk about Angel, Angela, Soflo, Howie, all kinds of people, okay? Because my name's being brought up a lot. So I figured I would just address some of these things. I was going to do it last night, but I started my show with without scheduling ahead of time because the politics shows just have me all fucked up, Like yesterday I did that one where I did the horizontal and the vertical live stream, and it didn't seem like it turned out great as far as views. So I went and did another one that was just vertical, and I got 10,000 views. So again, I'm still figuring it all out. But because of that, I wasn't even ready to do a MobTube show until 5 o'clock. I didn't schedule it in advance, and like 3 minutes in, I had 8 people. I said, "Fuck this," into the song. I wasn't on screen yet. I said, "Fuck that. I'm not going on for 8 people. Fuck out of here." So, and I know notifications didn't go out, so I just deleted it. Sounds like maybe you didn't schedule it even though you thought you did. Well, yeah, I must not have. Maybe you missed clicking the button. Either that or after I clicked it, I closed out the screen too fast and it didn't go through. I've done that before. MobTube needs attention. Yeah. And I'm sure I don't know everything, guys, but I know some stuff. And I'm just gonna respond to some of this shit because I've just been getting texts and calls like left and right that my name is being used all over the fucking place. Scumflow tries to stir the spot and act like you're going to give him. What did I say? Stir the pot and act like you're going to give him information. You shouldn't be involved because that would never happen. No. First of all, let me address that first. So it's Soflo. Okay. Like, I don't know why the fuck he uses my name. I don't really talk about him. I mean, for like 4 or 5 months, I pretended I didn't even know who he was. He likes to bring my name up a lot. And now he's doing it with the Howie thing. Okay. Yeah, I listened to some of it, Sally. I actually stopped in the chat just for a minute, only because I wanted to piss Soflo off. You know what I mean? So I just stopped in. But because somebody hit me up and told me that they sent me the clip of Common and Howie talking about what Soflo said about me giving Soflo Howie's information. First of all, I don't know anything about Howie. I don't know where he lives. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know any of his personal information. I know him as Howie. That's how I know him. And secondly, even if I knew all his information, I wouldn't give it to anyone, but especially not Soflo. Okay. And Howie knows this, and Common Sense knows it too, because even they said it last night, and I'm not selling it. I'm not hard up for money, believe me. So I'm not selling anybody's information to anyone. I don't know. Soflo brings these things up so he could get Howie going, and Howie and Common will attack me or whatever the fuck, which I don't know why he thought that would work. But that's got to be part of his, his master plan here, is that he could throw my name into this, and then Howie would be like, well, what if, FBS gives him my info? All this horse shit. It's ridiculous. Okay, so a guy can use my name all he wants, but not for a couple of dollars. I wouldn't sell it for anything. And again, I don't even know. I don't know anything about Howie like that, like people think I do, and even if I did, I would still be sitting here saying I don't. Got me? So I don't there's no plans on me doing that. Secondly, I do not Howie said absolutely you're fine. What do you mean? Secondly, I don't like Soflo. Okay, I'll be the first to say it. I don't sit here and bash him every day because I don't find I don't find it beneficial to fight with him. You know what he does, just goes after families and stuff. So and honestly, at this point, I don't even really care that much if he does that. I would just come back at him, but I just ignore him for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So there's no friendship. There's none of that. Like I don't talk to him behind the scenes and all. It's not, there wouldn't even be a a situation where we'd have the opportunity to, to exchange information on people or whatever the fuck it is he might be claiming we would do. I don't know. I don't know everything he said. But listen, one thing, no, I did not. So if I did, it was because I was mad at Howie when he was on my show because he was talking shit to me. But I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be true. So anyway, oh yeah, exactly. So I just want to make that clear. And I don't even remember where I was at before I got that comment just now. But the other thing is this stuff about, Soflo talking about he beat Don Berlin and stuff. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know what he's referring to. I don't know how he beat Don. I mean, Don is a pretty important person, whose life takes place off of YouTube, who isn't just going to be beaten by anybody, and nobody has beaten him, whatever the fuck they mean by that. So again, it seems like Soflo's doing a lot of stuff, to try to get me to go after him or something like that. If Soflo attacks me, I might attack him back. I probably would. I don't know. But I just don't care. I got, in case you guys haven't seen, I got something else going on that somehow is still going okay, even though my algorithm is destroyed. Like yesterday, I wound up getting 10,000 views on my politics show. And then I didn't do anything the rest of the day because the MobTube show attempt failed and I was with Shanna, so I got, bigger things going on. I'm making a little more money, at least as far as, getting some extra from the politics shows and stuff. Not much though. And I have a goal. I'm kind of laser focused on that. I do this shit because this is my channel. I'm still FBS technically, and I do MobTube, so, and this is where I really make my living. So I'm still going to do these shows. I don't go after anybody. I don't attack Soflo. I don't talk about Soflo. You know what I mean? I don't know what, I don't know. I don't know why everybody's looking for my attention. But again, the thing he came in here and said, if I said, I'm assuming he's talking about that day Howie was on the show, we were fighting, and I mentioned him being in Vegas. I don't know that. Believe me, I don't know that. I was just, obviously I was doing what we do on here. I was trying to go back at him. So anyway, that's that. I don't really care who attacks me. I don't care if nobody attacks me. Honestly, right now, as we all know, I mean, I'm not going to front and act like I'm somebody I'm not, or I'm not who I am. I sit around and waiting for people to attack me because obviously that's what you need on here. You need people to be talking shit about you, or you got nothing to talk about, and you wind up playing Tony Pizza videos every day. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, there's a part of me that wants people to attack me. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck what anybody thinks they'll do to me. Believe me, I'll do worse to you. Believe me, you guys already know that. I'm a fucking menace on here. You know that. I've been very calm lately, but I'm not the one. So anybody who wants to start shit or is begging for my attention by bringing up friends of mine or trying to implicate me in horse shit, trying to say that I'm going to do this or this to some other people, and by the way, the Howie thing, as far as I'm concerned, we're not enemies. Like I don't talk about him. He doesn't talk about me. Like Sally just said, Howie said last night. So I don't even have any, I have no reason to do anything to try to hurt him. Believe me, when people aren't talking about me, I'm not concerned with them. I just live my life. I'm not like certain people here who wake up at the crack of dawn every day and try to plot out who they're going to attack to get views today. I couldn't give a fuck. I needed views, so I went and did politics, and I got about 1 million views in the last 30 fucking days. So, I've done pretty well for myself. So that's one of the things. The other thing is I want to address Angela and Angel, this thing, because first of all, I saw, what's up, Mike Slick? Let me read some super chats. Hold on. It's not often I get them. So Joe A67, $10. Much love to you, Chris, the family in the chat. Have a great weekend, everyone. Same to you, brother. Same to you, man. Thank you for the $10. Lefty, did I say what's up to you? If not, what's up, bro? Good to see you. LOL, Don doesn't even pay attention to Soflo. Nobody cares about the dude. That's why he has to start bringing people up. Yeah, listen, I mean, it's just, there's a whole lot of people on here who think they're extremely important. You know what I mean? Extremely. Like, so that if they say something like somebody else's world is rocked by it, nobody gives a fuck. You think a guy like Don is sitting around waiting to see if Soflo talks about him? I mean, come on, bro. Don is a very, very, very important person. A lot of you guys, like the trolls and stuff, like to say certain things about him aren't true and stuff. Believe me, I know a lot about the guy, and he's an important dude. He's not somebody who some dickhead on YouTube is going to fuck his reputation up or something. He's not. So it's just it's an absurd thing, it is. And it appears that some of these people are trying to start fights with anybody they can. Because again, guys, let me tell you, the views get addicting. The money gets addicting. All that shit, the subs, getting all that stuff, it really, really does. Because even me, like, look, me, I'm not a views guy. I just want to make money. But because I'm trying to build a politics thing, obviously the views are important to me. On MobTube, I couldn't give a fuck. They don't translate to money. But the politics shit, if I get to a point where I'm doing long form live streams and fucking I'm getting 40,000, 50,000 views a video, I'm going to make some real money. So addicted I became that I immediately that I was doing, 3 fucking politics live streams a day and 2 MobTube live streams a day, and I get excited about doing the politics live streams. Not so much the last week or so because the algorithm is shot and all that time where YouTube was promoting me, all that time, a few weeks where I was getting tons of views. That part of it is probably over. I got to do uploads now and different stuff. But it is, people, they want that. They want that fucking the views and stuff. Now for me, it's just to build a channel. I don't need attention. Matter of fact, I try to escape getting attention any chance I get. Somebody just sent me a thing. Frank Joya on his video yesterday mentioned me on his show in a good way, complimented me, and I listened to it. But even that, I don't know. I get uncomfortable. I'm so weird about that with people just talking about me. I know that sounds crazy, but I am. And I'm more uncomfortable. And I appreciate Frank. It was very nice what he said. He seems like a good dude. You guys should subscribe to his channel. It's nothing. He didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying I'm the type of person that I'm less uncomfortable if you're bashing the shit out of me than if you're complimenting me. I don't know why. So I'm not running around looking for attention, good or bad, from anybody, but some of these guys, that's it. I mean, how do you get people to watch the show? You attack this one, you attack that one, you attack Angela, you attack Maureen, you attack FBS, you attack Common, you attack Howie, you attack Armand, you attack Gunsmoke. You know what I mean? And it's like, you got so many fucking beefs going at once, and that's what certain people on here thrive off of. That's what they love. That's all they really want. Is to constantly be at war with people. It's a sickness. I don't get at war with people. I'm sorry. It's a sickness, and I don't get it. I have much more peace in my life when I'm not at war with everybody. But again, I'm also to some extent a businessman, and I understand that people picking at me gives me shit to talk about. Even this show today. When people leave my name out of their mouth, it does fuck me up. And I'm sitting here playing pizza videos, So, as much as I don't like it, I do need it to some extent. That's why I welcome anybody who wants to attack me. Feel free. It's going to give me a bunch of content. I'm going to make money off of it. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and try it. Attack me today. I'm sure Soflo is going to attack me today. Go right ahead. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say. And if it bothers people, that's too bad. That's too bad. I don't start shit with anyone. But if that's what you plan on doing, okay, just know that you're not just going to get away with it. You know what I mean? Nobody. I'm talking to anyone. So, Oh, okay, Lefty. Well, thanks for stopping by, brother. Sally, $5. Tip your host. Thank you very much, Sally. I appreciate you. Sunburst, Robert B, $5. Obeying Sally. Thank you, Robert B. Sally is the boss. Chris, I was saying it yesterday about the addiction and immediate gratification. Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. All those views. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah. And I mean, again, that's what sets me apart from people, on MobTube is I just think bigger, So it's like when I was getting 300 live views per video, I wasn't addicted to that. I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't wait to do my next video. But when I was doing the politics shows and getting 1,000, I have one fucking politics show. I could show you the analytics. The peak concurrent viewership was 1,300 people. I had 1,300 people watching at once. There's several. D. Gainey saw, he was in the chat when I had over 1,000 people watching live. I've hovered around 500, 600, 700 for 20, 30 minutes at times. I fuck tons of views. That's a totally different thing, but these guys, if they get 600 views on a video, they're like, oh, they're jerking off to it. Come on, man. This is all minuscule, stupid shit that doesn't even matter. I mean, what do you think the people that watch these shows, the new people I've brought here that have subscribed to the channel, that watch these shows, they don't know what's going on. You know why? Because who the fuck knows this even exists? People on here who are this big, they feel like, they're like chihuahuas, they're little, but to them, they sound like giant pit bulls. They're real powerful. Meanwhile, nobody even sees you. You know what I mean? Most of you motherfuckers, your names wouldn't even be known if it wasn't for me. That shit, 90% of you. If you didn't start your channel by using my name, whether it's to attack me or try to be my buddy, you still to this day would probably have 11 fucking subscribers. Most of you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So seems like some people think they have some kind of power because of whose asses they're kissing now. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's and some people just have always felt very powerful on here, very, very powerful. But the thing is, all those tactics wear off. Like even me, I've had my family attacked so much that it's not the big deal it used to be. I mean, I don't look for it, but if somebody attacks my family today, what do they think is really going to happen? Other than I'm going to go after theirs. What do they think? I mean, you've done it so many times to so many people, so many of you, that it's just the effect wears off. It's not important anymore. And as for goofy AI videos and shit, I can make those too. Anybody can, So that's a bad idea because you're making AI videos of people and their family members, and they could just do the same to you and yours. You know what I mean? So why even introduce that into the fucking community? I don't know. So there's people on here also that want to impress certain people that they've always wanted to be liked by, and now they finally are. So it's like, I'll go after all this person's enemy, and then all those people wind up making an asshole out of you, and you'll still look bad in the end, Chris, I don't think it's all about the views for that person. It's more the power to intimidate people. Of course, that's why you just got to get to the point where you're like, fuck it, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Because I won't give you that power over me, Simple as that. I mean, the only thing that keeps people like that feeling, big and bold and tough and effective is people being afraid of them. If everybody just says, fuck you, do whatever you want to me, there's no more power. There's no more power. You know what I mean? So, and by the way, Angel's one of these people. I want to talk about her in a second. Joey Knuckles, $5. Sally is right. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, Joey Knuckles. Yep. Funny thing is, Sally, none of us are scared of the bum. Yeah. Well, I didn't even know, last night when I've never been to Common's channel, but last night when somebody sent me a clip, I was able to see his in case anybody's looking for his channel, it's at commonsense_B. I didn't know that till last night. So I found his channel and I listened for a few minutes, and I heard you on there, Armand. I didn't know, that you were feuding with him like that, but it was interesting to listen to. How do you feel powerful with 10 people in your chat? Bro, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. And you know, some people it humbles, some people it doesn't. You know, when I'm sitting here with 40 people watching the show, I don't have much shit to talk, you know, because it's like, well, Chris, you look pretty bad right now, you know. There's not much you're going to do to make up for this. But not everybody is so honest with themselves. You know, I told you guys, listen, the politics thing might fail, and I might be a mob tube forever trying to make a living, you know. But one thing about me that you've all seen is I will always try to find a better way and move up somehow. It's terrible enough that I sat stagnant for fucking 4.5 years. But I've snapped out of that, and my plans are to actually have a channel that matters on YouTube, or at least an income that surpasses any I've had before. And most of these guys have never made a fraction of what I make on YouTube, you know, and they never will. But still, they're willing to put it all on the line and have their families attacked and everything for this horse shit. I don't get it, you know. But again, I'm nothing like these people. I know a content creator that would verbally destroy these guys. He's a beast. Oh yeah, who's that? Dixon. Thank you for the $4.99, by the way. Who's that? So on to the Angela and Angel thing. I'm going to play a couple of clips from Angela's show. I hope she doesn't mind. If Angela wants to send me that text message from Angel, she has my email. I don't know if, you know, she's comfortable doing that. That's up to her. But if not, Angela, you could just post it in your community or something. You know, I'll get it that way. But I don't. It's not that important. I mean, Angela said what the text said, you know, and about Shanna and stuff. So I'm going to get to that stuff now too. And let me just put this out there for anybody listening. If you bring up my name every fucking day, if you're always constantly talking about me or referencing me in some way, and then I finally respond, don't get all pissy. If you do, that's fine. But at least be a man and say, all right, well, how long do I push the guy until he finally says something? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. They call him FBS. I knew you were going to say that, bro. Yeah, of course. Everybody knows that. You know, it's. Thank you, by the way. It's listen, man. It's whatever. I roll with the punches. If somebody wants to attack me today or tomorrow or the next day, and they're a hated person, and I know that attacking them back could possibly make me a small fortune, and not to mention resurrect the mob tube part of this channel, I'll be on it like nothing, you know. I'll be on it, believe me. So you'd actually be doing me a huge favor. But the Angela and Angel thing, okay, so I check out Angela's show from time to time now, and I heard what she said about Angel. I guess it was last night's show? First of all, I got sent a text message from Angel Gotti to Angela, and it said something along the lines of, I despise FBS. Now, what do you expect my reaction to be to that? I know that, you know, I've always known that, you know, and I, you know, kind of despise Angel myself, especially now. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. The other one, I have some things to say about. So let me throw a part of Angela's show on, and I hope she doesn't mind, but I think she'll be okay with it. She uses mine every now and then, and you know, I don't complain. So let me see.
How much of a troublemaking liar this stalker is. Thank you. If that's not a dog whistle from a member of the Gotti family to a man that has a history of beating women, of stalking women, harassing women, and who was allegedly accused of raping a woman. Okay?
So now Angela kind of goes off on Angel, and I love it. Okay, because she calls her a stupid bitch, and it just made my day. I was so happy this morning. I do not think Angela would mind. Yeah, I don't think so either. If she does, she can let me know. I'll just take the show down. No big deal. She may just jump in and tell you herself. Oh, she's welcome to do that too. She's welcome to do that too. All right, here we go.
Now, I told you all a few minutes ago, new paperwork came out on him about him threatening his own brother and his family, and at the time, his toddler nephew, to harm him. Not to mention in that paperwork, he was threatening his own father.
This is stuff I didn't know about. Where did this paperwork come from? Is this something that Shug or Mark or somebody dug up?
Angel, you sicking a man like that on me or my family is the biggest mistake you've ever made. I'm going to leave it at that. Go talk to your lawyers, Angel. Ask them. I don't give a fuck who they are. Okay?
Beautiful.
I don't give a fuck who they are. Your last name is Gotti, not mine.
Yeah. Very, very true. She's right with what she's saying. You know, Angel really should be more careful, you know, because law enforcement in general would love to you know, arrest another Gotti on some shit, like using a fucking goon squad from the internet to terrorize and threaten her friends. You know, Angel is not bright. Okay, I don't think anybody's ever accused her of being bright. She's not. She doesn't realize the trouble she gets herself into. It's the same fucking thing with it's the same thing with what was I gonna say? Oh, MRE and stuff like that. She constantly does stuff that's really only hurting her, but it's meant to hurt other people. You know, like let me tell you something, Angel. Staying friends with MRE didn't hurt me. You think I was hurt by that? I didn't give a fuck about our friendship. That's why I would end it all the time. I would just talk shit. You know what I mean? I didn't care. I didn't care. It didn't hurt me. It hurt you. I'm not the guy that forever will be known as the person who stuck by the side of a fucking neo-Nazi / kid diddler / rat. No. You're known as that. You know, and you held on till you couldn't hold on anymore, and he just attacked you so badly you finally had to give in and admit he's a white supremacist. You know, but you went out of your way not to do that. Let me see something. Common Sense put it up. It's a letter from Soflo's brother to the jail Soflo was in. Oh yeah, damn. That's what's up. Let me see who said it on the show. It also goes to say how Soflo doesn't mind being in jail because he has learned to be with men. LOL. Not like we didn't already know that. Jesus. Wouldn't John Jr. see this shit and say, what the fuck are you doing bringing heat to this family? I would think. I don't know the dynamics of that family, but I would assume he wouldn't like it. You know, I would assume he wouldn't like it because it's not you know, it's not something that makes any of them look good. It really isn't. I mean, Angel just has to be embarrassing the entire family on here. I mean, they have to all feel embarrassed by this. They have to. And by the way, before I forget this, let me go on with something else real quick. Let me bring something else up. I forgot to say this earlier. For the people on here that are constantly talking about they know this person's identity, or they can do this to this person, or they have this on this guy or this on that guy. You got to be careful when you're fucking with a bunch of people who actually know, who really know how to get information on people. Not people who just sit around and say, I have this and that and cry wolf. No. People that actually have the smarts and intelligence to be dangerous to you. You know, by being able to dig up information you never thought could be dug up on you. You know, that's why people got to be careful. I feel like sometimes people throw themselves under the bus. It's like, I'm going to threaten you with this and that until you dig up information that's humiliating to me. You know what I mean? Like, guys, please hit the like. It's very important. 100 people, hit the like button. I need you to do that. And please donate to. Don't forget that part. It is Saturday, right? I believe it is, because my wonderful wife was off. Well, she works during the day, but we had a night together last night, and I know her schedule, so that would lead me to believe today is probably Saturday, plus my phone says so. Although to me it could be Tuesday. It really wouldn't make a difference. Is what I do for a living. Kind of like someone did the other night. Well, from what I'm hearing. Yeah, from what I'm hearing. And let me get to this other thing real quick. The Chunky Chunko stuff. Let me just take this down for a second. I know I'm all over the place, but as you guys know, I'm always all over the place. The Chunky Chunko thing. So I heard Angela talking about this, and it was like, I guess Angel knew Chunky's information, and Angel told Angela that I am saying I know it, but I don't really know it or anything like that. Chunky knew that I knew his info, and this is way back, probably before Angel did, I'm assuming, And I also told Chunky I would never tell anybody. And let me just tell you guys something, in case you don't know. This is just like the threats towards Howie that I'll sell Soflo information. The last person I would give anybody's information to is that guy. Okay? Because even if he gives you his word, he's not going to use it. He'll use it. So I would never, especially on Chunky. The thing about Chunky is, the way I am with certain people. Chunky's a younger kid. He always seemed like a good guy. We got along real well in the beginning. I had some hard feelings for him after a while there, because it seemed like he sold me out a little bit and was maybe even doing things to hurt me. But I have no problem with Chunky, and I would have never, under any circumstances, doxed him, and he knows that. He'll be the first to tell you. It's just the way I am, guys. It's just like information I have on people now that I'll never put out, and information I had on Angela and people like that. I just keep it to myself. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Sometimes it's because I'll get an anonymous email with a person's information. Sometimes that person, say MRE, is such an animal that I have no choice. There's nothing that's going to stop me from putting it out. Sometimes, though, I feel like you're just using me, because I know who sent me some of this info on people. And it's like, well, you're just using me to dox this person for you. And I'm not going to. So like with Angela's information, I just sat on it. And if she would have really went berserk on me, I might have used it. But I never did. Chunky, I never intended on on using his info in any way, shape, or form. One day he did some shit I really, really didn't like, so I just let him know. You know what I mean? I called him by his first name or some shit like that. But none of that, believe me, came from me. Now, I don't know. I guess Soflo is the one who doxed him. I don't know where the fuck it came from. But believe me when I tell you, there's no way I'm ever going to give somebody's information to somebody as erratic as that. And bottom line is, if I want to dox you, I'm not some pussy that does things by proxy. We have those people here. They'll do things by proxy. They'll have somebody else do the shit talking or somebody else do the doxing. I have no problem with it. So if I wanted to, I would have just done it. And really, the only reason I really even got it, like went out of my way to get it and to let Chunky know I had it, is because Mark at the time kept threatening to go after my family. So it was all I had to use to say, well, listen, bro, if he goes after my family, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. So I never used it in any way. As far as anybody else who had it or how they got it, I have no fucking clue. But again, I'm very careful with this stuff, because I know that even if it's somebody you trust, if it's a content creator, they could fly off the handle on somebody, and then they put this information out on somebody you didn't want out. I would never want Chunky or his family to be affected negatively by this, even though he's pissed me off from time to time. It's just who I am. You really, guys, believe me, you should all know this. You guys know how knowledgeable I am about things on here. I have information that I've had for years on people that motherfuckers on here would pay me for, that I just don't use. You have to really, really go after me for me to put you in a position where your family's going to get harassed, even by phone or shit like that. You have to really put me in a fucked up spot. And I don't feel like Chunky ever did that. So I don't, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because that's another issue that's been being discussed. I'm gonna leave it there. I'll get back to the Angela and Angel stuff. Everyone's an armchair PI. Yeah. I mean, it's and listen, you gotta have a good track record. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it myself. Yeah. You guys know me. Like if I say I have your shit, I'm not bluffing. Tell me one time I was bluffing. I said I had somebody's shit and I didn't. If I say I have your shit, I have it. If I say I know certain things about you, I know those things about you. It's just the way it is. But a lot of people on here, it's like this preemptive, let me scare them before they keep fucking with me. I want to scare them out of fucking with me. So I'll just say I know their name, or I know their family's info, or I know this guy's identity or that guy's identity. Meanwhile, these are people that are so volatile that if they actually had the information they claim they have, there is nothing in this world that would be able to stop them from dropping it. They'd be live. They could be in the middle of a family event. It could be a wedding, and they'll go into the bathroom and dox the motherfucker the second they get the information. You know that. You know what I mean? There's people on here and a lot of people have never. There's a lot of people on here who have never figured out anybody's identity, not once. But they'll constantly tell you how they know people's identity. So, let's guys. Let me tell you something about this shit, man. Don't let any of these people intimidate you. Do not. Do not. Because in the end, it's really going to have no effect on your life anyway, what goes on here. And, my thing is now, it's just like I said, I ignore Soflo and people like that because I don't see the point in fighting with somebody like that. But I'm completely and totally relaxed as far as if somebody told me like there's a time when if somebody would have hit me up and said Soflo's attacking you right now, I'd be like, oh Jesus fucking Christ, or Chicago is, or Tony Pizza is. It would be like, oh God, what are they doing now I don't give a fuck. Now it's listen, I lost my mom, I got sick family members, things in my life have changed drastically, relationships and stuff, that I'll never be able to discuss. I just don't really care anymore. Whatever it is you think you can do to me, that'll be the thing that stops me. You're 1,000,000% wrong. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. I just do my thing every day. I'm all Prozac'd up. Okay. It's made me so calm and relaxed. You have no idea. I just sit here and do my shows, hope that I make some money, and that's it. And anybody who wants to attack me, just remember that old FBS did not die. I just changed my name to Street Smart Politics, but I will come at you, any of you, as hard as I always have, and if not harder, because I give less of a fuck now about what you'll do in response. So I don't care. There's people on all sides of this thing that hate me and want to attack me. Do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter to me. Mark's another one who thinks he has everyone's info, is going to drop, yet he never does. I don't know. I was under the impression, maybe I'm wrong. Somebody showed me something, some channel. It looked like it had a lot of information that's never been released before. And I thought it was him that got it. Am I wrong about that? It seems like he's able to get information on people, but you guys would know better than me. You know me. I've never watched 5 minutes of Mark's show just because, I don't watch anybody's shows. Even last night, I went on Common Show and I was listening to Armand talk and stuff. And, those guys talk about Soflo and shit. And even that, after a few minutes, it was like, and it's nothing against Common Show. Seems like a good show. I just, I want to go back to listening to politics, research and shit. that's where I'm at with it. I don't want to be too immersed in this mob tube shit ever. My father. All right, let's get back to this.
You stupid bitch.
Oh, in the words of Andrew Dice Clay. Oh, that's my favorite part. Let's hear it again.
Go talk to your lawyers, Angel. Ask them. I don't give a fuck who they are. Okay? I don't give a fuck who they are. Your last name is Gotti, not mine. You stupid bitch.
Bobby, you guys liking that? Angela, just so you know ahead of time, I will be pulling the audio from that clip, and it will be a soundbite that I will use from time to time. Don't get mad at me, but it's just because it's perfect. Okay. Beverly Ave Boys. Oh, Common has a great show. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm sure he does. He's a knowledgeable guy, and he's a good talker and everything. That's all you need, you know. Armand, he came after me first, and I've made it clear I don't care what he does or says. It's nothing like you said. Those AI videos are hilarious, honestly. Haha. Yeah, I mean, it's it is what it is. I don't sweat this shit. Nobody should. Nobody should. You know what I mean? Just go on with your lives and do your fucking thing. And like me, if you attack me, and if it's something I feel the need to respond to, I will. Otherwise, I'll just ignore you until you do something I do feel the need to respond to. But I'm in no hurry to go to war with any of these fucktards. I'm really not. Mike Ramey, I did, bro. Check the shorts on my channel. I got a good like minute and a half of that lunatic. Yeah. Did you guys see the short from that caller last night? Guys, go watch that. You want to hear? Let me play it for you real quick for the people that didn't hear it. You could check out the short if you want, but I'll just play it for you. This is just part of a phone call from a MAGA lunatic who called in my show, and he started the phone call by telling me that I look young for my age, and I'm very intelligent, and I'm good at what I do. And then it just like in the blink of an eye, he was screaming at me, throwing accusations at me. It was the funniest shit I've ever heard. I just wanted him to keep going. And then at the end, well, you'll see the end. Listen how nuts this guy is. Hold on.
Are you okay? Are you done? No, I'm not done, guys. Because you're over here trying to insult half the American population.
Keep going.
You don't even know that no one cares about it. Not the Democrats, not the Republicans. No one gives a fuck about America. And you're over here putting down half of the population of the country that you want to support you when you're old. Get the fuck out of here, you welfare reject. That's a fact. It's MAGA first, and it's the Democrats and Republicans. They're both the same fucking bird with the same fucking wings. They're all fucking at the ass. Trump's the only one to put it on the front line, so you know about that stuff. But now you wouldn't even be talking about it. All your talking points come from Google. You're not even that smart. You're one of those guys that got locked up and read a book and think you know it all. Give me a break. You don't even know where the fucking Christianity started, but yet you're saying, oh, God, please, God. But now you're an atheist. You're a fucking you're a past. You're over here. You say Jesus. You say all that shit, but you're an atheist now. You're a fucking liar. It's evident. Give me a fucking break. You should have some fucking respect for the country that you're in right now. All right? If you don't like America, get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. You don't like kids? You support abortion, motherfucker? Huh? You want to kill the kids?
I was loving this. You should see my face. I was looking at the chat. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna let him go because this is perfect. This is a MAGA representative right here.
Because you can't swallow them?
I'm going to start a whack pack like Stern, and you're going to be the main member.
He's gonna be my Beetlejuice.
Hey, follow me, guys. Follow me. Remember when I said we're going to war with Hindustan? I said it first, guys.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, keep going, bro. This is fun.
Hey,
Keep going.
everybody, hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. $sign toss my salad. Hit the cash app. $sign toss my salad. One. Support my man. He swallows babies. He eats the babies. He wants to kill his kids. He hates America. Everybody. So show your love for the baby killing Epstein file supporter who's on live right now. $sign toss my salad. One.
All right.
Now
Hey,
listen.
thanks, man. God bless you and your family. You heard me?
You too, bro. Have a good day.
I didn't even get mad. I said,
Taking the fucking head.
listen.
America. Everybody. So show your love for the baby killing Epstein file supporter who's on live right now. $sign toss my salad. One.
All right.
Hey, thanks, man. God bless you and your family. You heard me?
You too, bro. Have a good day.
That fucking guy. I swear to God, he's going to be my Beetlejuice. I wish that guy would call in every show. I'm telling you, some of you who miss the politics shows because you don't like politics, you have no idea what you're missing. The hilarity that ensues on some of those shows. I have had so many maniacs, conspiracy theorists, like tinfoil hat people call in. Oh my God. And I just let them rant. I just sit there because it's like nothing I can say about you is going to do more damage to you than you are doing to you right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to let you rant and let everybody see that all this shit I say about you people is 100% true. Oh man, that was great. Have a good day. God bless you and your families. All right. Toss my salad should be someone else's Cash App on here. Probably, Mike. Probably. All right. Here we go. Sorry about this, guys. Now I'm going to skip to because I'm not going to play a lot of her video. I'm going to go to like the 20-minute mark, I believe it is. This is where the thing comes up about me and Shanna.
Hold on a second. But there were more people that would back the word of Angela than Angel. Absolutely. They all know. I'm telling the truth. Every one of them. And it's all going to come out. All of it. And she just threw herself right smack in the middle of it. I wonder what her brother's going to say when he hears this. Because she's eventually going to have to tell him. She has to. And she's not going to be able to twist it. She's not going to be able to say, well, I didn't know. She's not going to. Swear on a Bible, girl. Okay? Yeah, I got 962 in here. That's awesome. That's okay.
These guys, they buy these viewers for people. They buy bots. I mean, what do you think you're accomplishing? It's just costing you money. You know what I mean? Plus, it makes it look like Angela's got 1,000 people in her chat, and her chat was moving and shit. I mean, it's not people can see. I mean, there's a couple of reasons people will do that to you, and Angela's right. She said about one of them. She said that it makes it look like you have no people because now nobody can tell what your real number is, you know, what how many live views you really have. But all these things can be figured out just by looking at a fucking chat. You know, I've seen people who buy subs or buy views for themselves. You can go to their channel. It'll say they have 197 people in the chat, and there'll be a new comment about every 45 seconds. Now, if that's the case, you ain't got 197 people in your chat. You can't beat that. That's one thing they haven't figured out yet, how they can actually make it look like you have that many people rather than just saying you have that many.
Hit that like button, everyone. Yeah, I am. Because I'm so mad, watcher. I didn't do half. I didn't do a quarter of what her new friends have done to her. And she's treating me like I'm her biggest enemy. Angel. And I've said this before. Remember when your friend Chicky started that rumor about FBS's wife?
I remember.
I put a post up, I guess it was a month ago, and I said something about what if he knew, what if they, meaning now I could tell you, meaning Shanna and FBS would think of this. And I'm going to tell you now, because I'm a little fucking rat, okay?
Angela's going off on this
She
one.
knew it wasn't true. I told her, Angel, don't believe any of this. I was the one that defended Shanna. And I said it wasn't true. Don't put Chicky on your panel to repeat this. Because it's going to get around. You know what she told me, FBS? I don't care if it's true or not. Fuck him and her. If you want that text, I'll send it to you. How about that?
I wouldn't mind having it. fatbalditallian@gmail.com. What can I say to that? Well, I'm not surprised one bit. I do believe Angela on that because I know Angel, especially, you know, the thing about Angel is the more bad shit she does, the more we learn about her, you know, because there's always times with me where I'm like, oh, she's not that bad. She's just naive and gullible. You know what I mean? But then you see enough stuff and you're like, no, she's that bad. I mean, when we list off the worst people on here, there's certain names that always come up. You know, she's not one of them, but she's right along with them. I mean, because she'll platform them to do the shit to people, and she'll fucking, she'll do it. You know, she acts like she doesn't know. Like, oh, like when she would bring Tony Pizza on, he would bash my family. I had no idea he was going to do that. What do you mean you had no idea he was going to do that? What else would he do? That's all he fucking does is talk about my family. You know what I'm saying? So she plays, you know, like she had no idea she's innocent in the whole thing. No. She does all this shit. It's all by design. She's friends with certain people right now who she always despised because they're useful to her. And they don't mind being used, I guess, because they feel like they get something out of that friendship, which I don't know what you get out of it. I mean, Angel Gotti is, you know, on MobTube, I guess she has the biggest channel of the shit talking shows, the drama shows. But even that's not really legit. Like, in other words, I'm not saying those subs are fake. I'm saying that, and I'm not saying she bought subs, but she kind of did. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you pay money to get your videos out to people, so then you can get subscribers and stuff like that, it's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not like, in other words, it's not just because you have a good channel and people are watching it and subscribing to it. It's not. It's because you've paid to get this channel out to tons of different people, and it's a little devious because it's like for example, she paid to have the Dr. Jim video put out. Well, the people that subscribed, when they saw that video, they thought it was about cyberbullying. They didn't realize it was about a woman named Angela. You know what I mean? They didn't, you know, the people who saw that video, who Angel paid to have it, you know, because you pay for YouTube to promote the video and they send it out, like the algorithm, you know. Those people hear that and they think, oh, this woman does a show about cyberbullying. And then they see the next show and they're like, whoa, hold on. That's why even me, when I do in the beginning, when I was doing the politics shows, I was getting mad subs. I was telling them, now listen, this is not what all my channel is about. There are some other types of shows that you won't understand. So when you see those pop up, don't unsubscribe. Just stick around for the politics shows. So, you know, Angel does stuff like that. And it's like, it's good. I mean, they are real subs. There's no doubt about it. How many of them return? I don't know, you know, but it's something else that's being paid for. There's money being put into. It is not the same as buying a bunch of fake subscribers. No, it is not. But it's still money being spent on the growth of your channel in a way that, you know, it's unnatural. It's not your video. These people would have never seen it if you didn't pay for them to see it. Okay. So, Angel, even in this community, guys, and a lot of people, I guess they don't see it this way. Angel was never that big of a deal. I mean, it took her longer to get 1,000 subs than it took a lot of other people on here. Not to even mention me, especially me. So, you know, new people come along, somebody like Jim Terry, maybe somebody, I don't know, they see that last name and they're like, oh my God, they're all in love all of a sudden. They want to be close to a Gotti, sure. But as far as we go, and most of the people on here, I don't think most of the people on here are too impressed with Angel anymore. They really don't give a shit. So these guys that latch on to her and will do her bidding because they get to be her buddy. I mean, first of all, it is the most embarrassing thing in the world to hear people literally talk about Angel like she's a princess. When Trump has his cabinet meetings, it's literally everybody's job in that meeting to kiss his ass. They go one by one around the table and they all tell him he's the best president of all time and they're so honored to work for him. Kristi Noem thanked him at a cabinet meeting the other day because there wasn't any hurricanes. That he literally prevented hurricanes. This is what they do. And it's this, we have this with Angel. You know, it's a certain people they'll spend a whole show or something, or they'll just a few minutes of each show just praising her and glazing her and you know, worshiping her. And it's humiliating. That's why, guys, that's another reason that, you know, I'm so much different than all of you. I'd rather be the one guy that tells Angel to go fuck herself than one of the many guys who's kissing her ass because they just want to be close to her. Which is, again, she's not John Gotti, she's Angel. If it was John Gotti and he was still boss of the Gambino family, it would be like, all right, yeah, I could fucking get something out of this relationship. What are you going to get from Angel? So it's just it's humiliating. I would never be like that. In the beginning of this shit, and you could go watch the shows, I thought it was cool as fuck to have Angel on. I would ask her questions about her dad. I was all into the mob stuff still, and I never got to speak to somebody who was, that close to John Gotti to find out things. And everybody was like that. The whole chat was asking her questions, what his favorite food, his favorite wine, all that shit. But, very early on, I did what I do now. I spoke my mind, and it would piss her off, and we wouldn't be friends, and I wouldn't give a fuck. Then we'd start getting along again. I'd piss her off again. That's the way it always went. I just don't care. But some of these guys, even after 4.5 years of seeing that Angel is no big deal, they still will embarrass themselves every day to lather her up. I mean, it's just, come on, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, listen, if I can't get somewhere on my own, I don't even want to be there. If I need to use Angel Gotti's fucking name to grow a channel or something, again, this is why I've always said so many of these channels are so phony. They need 9 people on a panel just to keep a show going, or they need certain guests at all times to do the show for them, or they need somebody's name to use to actually get people to watch. I mean, cut it the fuck out. Holy shit. Just do your fucking channel. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me read some comments. Wow, her YT name is Angela. I feel like that would have been taken. She must have made it a long time ago. Nah, it's not like Twitter or anything or whatever. 10 people could have the same channel name. That's how trolls clone accounts, So, I definitely believe Angela. Yeah. Chicky and his wonky fun. Come on. I just, the thing about the text where Angel said, I don't give a fuck him and her about me and my wife. I'm not surprised. It irritates me a little now, but if I would have found out about it then, I'm sure you can imagine what I would have done. Because when I had shows scheduled, I'll give you an example. There was one particular show where I really decided this is it. This is going to be the end of it. I'm gonna go so hard at Angel and her family, she'll never recover from it. And I had spoken to some people. I had a lot of people from Howard Beach that had been getting a hold of me and giving me information and all. And she knew it. She knew about it. And I had this show scheduled. The thumbnail had every member of the Gotti family in it. And she called me up crying and asked me not to do that show. And me being the nice guy that I am, I said, okay, I won't do it. Now, if I would have known at the time that she said, fuck my wife, oh my God. Angel, oh my God, you better never, ever, ever in your motherfucking life talk about my family or let anybody that you are associated with do it. Don't. I'm telling you, just take my word for it. It's not a threat. I'm just saying that I'm going to come back at you. I don't care about all the shit that we let, the stuff we kind of sort of, I don't want to use the word forgave each other for, but the stuff we decided not to bring up anymore. This will be brand new again, So don't have nobody on your show talking about my family. And quite honestly, even if there's people that you're close to that are doing it, I'm not going to put up with this horse shit no more, guys. I'm going to be worse than I've ever been. And as always, I will come out on top, as always. No question about it. They're all using each other. None of them give a shit about each other. No. Of course not. Please tell me she puts on the accent. Who, Charlie? Venga! What's up? The accent is real. What accent are we talking about? The fucking accent gets views. Who are we talking about? She said 30% of her viewers are from India or Zimbabwe. You see what I mean? Because there's a good chance that, YouTube, because you're paying them, they're just sending it out to, it could be bots. It could be people like that. It could be, that's why it's not worth it. She talked to me about it maybe a year or so ago and suggested that I do it. And I looked into it, and I used to do it on Facebook to get my DJ videos out there. And it did work, you could pay $10 or something and get a video on Facebook out to, 50,000 people. YouTube is like, she showed it one night She had to pay $100 to get herself 4,600 views. Get the fuck out of here. What for? What? Not even gonna get the money back because they're not even like, you know, they're most likely not even like views that are you're gonna get any ad revenue off of. $100 to get 4,600 views, please, guys. I'm as authentic as they get. That's why you could see when my views are dropping on the politics shows, I don't spend money and buy some fake ones. No, there's people on here that will always do that. You know, actually buy fake ones, not even what Angela's or Angel's doing, but worse. You know. Listen, if I fail, I fail. Yeah, but at least I'll know I fucking tried. You know, I'm not going to front and be like, I'm not failing. Look, I have 27,000 people in my chat. Sure, there's only one comment every 4 minutes, but please believe me. No, I think promoting the channel is fine. It helps break out of the algorithm bubble. Yeah, I mean, it's not. That's why I said it's not equivalent to her buying subs like a lot of these guys do. But it is paying to make that stuff happen. It is paying. For example, there's no breaking out of MobTube of you know, this algorithm. We're all fucked. We all use foul language and do filthy shit on here, and because of that, YouTube ain't promoting any of our channels unless maybe you do something different. You know, so how did I break out of the algorithm bubble? I talked about something else. Angel talked shit about me one night on her show and said, maybe if you stop talking about politics. I did my first vertical politics live stream that night, and I got almost 9,000 views. And that's how I've been rolling ever since. So you just got to figure out another way. I mean, it's okay. She could pay for it. I'm not even really knocking it that much. I'm just saying you're still paying for it. My goal on YouTube is to make money, not to spend money. I'll be damned if I'm going to pay $100 to promote a video that I might only make fucking $10 on. That's you're in the red 90 now. It's a bad idea. It's a bad business choice. Oh, is he? Oh, that's good, Ricky Nitch. Good. Maybe a chicken pot pie. Yeah. That's her thing. Pot pie. Angela's accent. Oh, her accent is authentic though. She's a. What are they saying? It's a fake accent, or does she do a different one? I'm not even trying to be a jerk, but in the beginning, I thought Angel Gotti was John Gotti's Puerto Rican stepson or something. I had no idea it was a female who she was. God damn! Holy shit! BTF Phoenix $5. You've gained 3,000 subs and participants in your chats, all new and organic. She's gained 10,000 and not even 10 new names in her chat. Hey, Chris, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, if you pay to get your shows out to people, especially if you're doing deceitful shit, like if you're going to do that, do it on a show that's like all your other shows. When you do it on the Dr. Jim show, it makes it appear as though you're doing shows about cyberbullying, and that is not what your channel is about. So now, yeah, you got a whole bunch of new subs, but none of them are going to watch a single other show. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. That's from Angela, $20. Can't watch now, no problem. Using my content. Thank you for the 20 and for that. Nice. All right. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what else to say. If Soflo's attacking me right now, they said it. That's what I expected. That's fine. Believe me, it's fine. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's like we haven't been here before. I don't care. You know what I'm going to do after this show? I'm going to do well, actually, I'm probably going to go skate for a while. I'll have to decide that. But I'm probably going to either go skate or do a politics show, and I'm going to live my life as though, you know, none of this is happening. I just don't give a shit. I don't care. And, you know, listen, man. Again, people can take my advice or not take my advice, but when you're fighting with already fighting with a crew of guys that can annihilate you, that are just more clever, more intelligent, wittier, you know, you don't want to add me to that side. I think anybody would probably give you that advice. You got enough fucking problems dealing with those people. You're going to throw me into the mix. Okay. What's up, Labo? How the fuck are you? Doing a show about cyberbullying with a bunch of cyber bullies in your corner. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. So the people subscribe because they think it's a show about cyberbullying, and the next fucking day they see the whole fucking crew on the show cyberbullying people. Yeah, that'll work. Honestly, bro, I think that person was trying to start trouble. He's not really attacking right now. He's just bringing up your name, but not saying anything horrible. Oh, okay. Well, it crossed my mind. But either way, even if he does, listen, I got so much shit going on. I'm probably going to have to fucking take another trip soon. You know, I don't give a fuck about this horse shit. I really do. I just want to come on here and make a living. Speaking of which, guys, please donate for this wonderful show I've given you. Don't leave me hanging. How dare you? I'm sick to my stomach for some reason. My stomach's been sick all morning. I don't know why. I am, Labo. I'm doing well today. I actually woke up in a pretty good mood. I had horrible, terrifying nightmares, but I got over it pretty quickly this morning. Usually it takes a little longer than it does, or than it did today. So, all right, guys, I think I've covered everything for now. I'm going to get going, and most likely I'll pop up with a politics show either right away or within the next couple of hours. But you guys have a great day, and remember, if you want to donate after the show, there's a super thanks button. Plus, everybody has my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. And I will see you guys later today for another one of these. But this time, if I go live and nobody shows up, I'm just going to delete the show again. Yes, Mike Ramey, you know it. That's one of the nightmares. I love you all. And until next time, salute.